Right, here is our mobility circuit. We're gonna start with both feet together aligned with your hips, toes pointing straight ahead, nice and tall, bringing the hands up towards the ceiling. And then from this position, we're gonna take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're gonna move your hands towards one side and your pelvis towards the other. So you get that nice stretch on the side of your body. If you want, you can do it this way, pushing your hips towards that side, and then coming back to the center, breathing in, and then push your hips towards the other side, stretch that side of your body. Breathe in, push and stretch. Gently, we check how far we can get. Great. Then from here, we're gonna go all the way down to the floor. Allow your knees to bend if you need to, so you can actually touch the floor with your fingers. And then we take a nice deep breath in from here. And as you exhale, you're gonna go towards one of your heels. And then we go in again. And then out towards the other side. We go for a few of those at your own pace. Breathe in, exhale towards the heel. And each time, trying to draw bigger circles, half circles, yeah? Going a bit further from your feet. At least, let's say 3 on each side. Nice, and then we go with the hands towards the center. We're gonna step back into a lunge, but holding the back leg straight, bringing a 90-degree angle on your front knee. And then from there, we're gonna tuck your hips under, reach up with your hands. We take a nice deep breath in, lengthen your body. Then we're gonna straighten the leg, lean forward to get that nice stretch on your hammies. So really straightening the leg as much as you need to lean. Exhale, and then we go again. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, straighten the leg and lean forward. We go for 5 on here. So at your own pace. Bringing the other foot, so we are back to the initial position, and then we do the other side for another 5. So step back into a lunge, back leg straight, bend the front leg at 90 degrees, reach up, breathing in deeply, and then straighten the leg, lean forward. We go for those 5 on each. Yep. Every time trying to get a little bit deeper in that stretch. And we keep focusing on that breath in as you reach up, nice and tall. Fold, lean forward. Bringing both feet together again. And then from here, we're gonna go into a wider stance. We're gonna maintain your toes pointing straight ahead. And then try to push your hips back. Try to straighten your back as much as you can. If you need to, slight bend your legs. And then you bend one side. You go as deep as you can to get that nice stretch on the inner thigh. And then from that position, we're gonna also add a rotation. So with that hand that is close to the bent leg, opposite, you're gonna push just so you can rotate your torso and get to look up as much as you can. And then we go towards the other side. Push with the hand this way, and then rotate, look up. From here you can breathe in and out in whichever way feels more natural to you, but just keep that pace. Excellent. Side to side. Go for 5 on each. So we get 10 of those. And once you finish those 10, we go back to the center and we're gonna walk out into a high plank. So we get your hands just below your shoulders, your hips tucked under and lower than the line of your shoulders. And then from that position, we're gonna push your scapulas away, really tuck your hips in as if we were doing a high plank, nice and tight through the tummy. We're gonna bring the leg to the side. If you find it hard, you can drop the knee and then bring the leg. That's gonna make it easier. Perhaps on there, then you can try again lifting your knee off, or maybe just keep it down on there. And we're gonna go for a rotation here too. So we rotate to look up. This is when we breathe in this one. And then we're gonna exhale, bring the arm underneath the other one. So we rotate it the other way. And as you do so, try to drop your hips and try to push the knee out a bit so you get a nice stretch on the back of your thighs. And then we do the other side. So if you can, knees off, see how you go. Bring the leg forward, back leg straight, drop your hips, rotate, look up. Breathe in, and then exhale, bring across. All right, show you from the side. We're gonna go for those, at least 3 on each side of those. Switch to the other side. Got one more. So look up, breathe in, and exhale. Go a little bit further if you can. Right, nice work, team. So from here, we're gonna switch into the pikes, which is from the downward facing dog. Again, make sure your hands are below your shoulders, your feet aligned with your hips, and then from there, we're gonna lift your butt up, keeping a slight bend on your knees so you can actually straighten your back, lifting your tailbone up from here. And then we're gonna try to push your chest into your thighs as much as you can. So you're gonna get a nice stretch on the back of your legs. Yep, on your thighs, perhaps on your calves as well. And then you're gonna try to use all those muscles to straighten your back. So really pushing in as much as you can. Yeah. So if you can't get it right, doesn't matter. It's about trying. From here, we're gonna breathe in, and then we're gonna say, bring it down. From here again, you can drop your knees if you need to, and try to pull your shoulders back and down away from the ears as much as you can. So really bringing the scapulas together, strongly pushing the floor. We look up, breathing in, and then exhale and come up. Again, push your chest into your thighs, straighten your back as much as you can. Breathe in, exhale, come down. At your own pace. From the front, it will look like this. So if you get 10 of those movements, that would be ideal. Because we want repetition for it. Beautiful yoga poses to do some mobility work, which is good for any part of the day, but particularly useful to warm up, to activate and lengthen your muscles. All right, the next time you get into that position, the upward facing dog, from here you can drop the knees, sit back into your heels, into a child pose. So the idea is to walk away with your fingers, and then just from that position, we're gonna move your torso side to side. So sticking your chest to the carpet as close as you can. One side, the other side. See how far you can get. Again, we're stretching nicely back of the shoulders, your lats. Good. All right, we're gonna warm up your shoulders properly from there. So we go a little bit wider, and imagine that you're doing a press up. You're trying to maintain your shoulders back, your chest out, but we're gonna roll your chest as close as possible to the carpet, making sure that you don't round the shoulders. From here, we're gonna push and come up. Nice. Again, pull your shoulders back, make sure they're there, and keep your chest open, down and back where you were. If you find it high, you don't need to go too high. You can stay too deep, so I mean, you can stay a little bit higher up. But if you can, of course, you go all the way down, staying as close as you can. A few of those. And we always continue to breathe as we mobilize the body to get that new oxygen into the muscles. Right, just from here, we're gonna go bringing one leg in between your hands. This is a great exercise to open your hips, to really gain that mobility and also strength, right? Because we're gonna try to keep the control on this range of motion. So we're gonna try to get 90 degrees on the front knee, 90 degrees also the back leg, just so you have like a square shape between your legs. And then from here, we're gonna stay as upright as possible. If you can't do it without your hands, but if you need to help yourself a little bit with that hand, just to stay a little bit more upright, back nice and straight, we're gonna rotate a little bit so we get the chest facing your knee, and then from there we go for a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, you go down towards the knee. You're gonna get a nice stretch on your glutes, just below your hip. And then what we're gonna try to do from that position is also activate the other glute that is on the back. So what we need to do is lift the back foot off. And then I'll show you on the other side just to see how it looks. So you get a nice stretch from here. And then what you do is you push down with the knee, so you actually work on the other glute to get yourself back into the upright position. And then we're gonna switch the knees to the other side and look at this transition. So we're trying to keep your feet where they are, stay as upright as possible, and then we switch your knees to the other side. See how I fall back a little bit? So I'm trying my best to stay as upright as possible from here. And then we switch to the other side. So if you just switch your knees to the other side, you're gonna have the same shape with your legs. And then from there again, I go for the other side, taking a nice deep breath in, and then leaning towards the knee. And just from this side, you're gonna be able to appreciate how that glute gets activated by lifting that back foot off the floor. Just like that. Yeah, so lift it as high as you can, hold it as you also hold the stretch on the other one, and then push yourself back up. And we keep going from one side to the other side. You can go a little bit faster. Yep, side to side. Totally breathe in, exhale, stretch, and activate. If you need to, of course, you can use your hands behind you. Just a little bit of cheating is okay, but try to use your hip muscles to move, to contract, and we keep it going for at least 3 of those on each side, which is 6 in total, or 8, 10, somewhere around that is enough to activate and mobilize. Perfect. Right, we're moving to the hip flexors. So we're gonna go with your legs at the front, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. You can have a little bit of bend on the knees, that's okay. But again, trying to be as upright as possible. So trying to find the sit bone on the floor. Once you find it, try to draw a straight line that goes all the way through the spine to the top of your head. So pull your head back, tuck your chin in, and then maintaining that tension, you're gonna go lifting one leg up, getting that nice tension all the way from the hips flexor down to the quads. We hold it up a bit, bring it down, and then go for the other side. 2 to 3 seconds holding is enough, and we keep alternating side to side. Yep. So up, hold. If you can do it with both, up and hold, but make sure you don't slouch or you don't fall back either. Nice and upright, 1 at a time, 2 together. And if you find it too hard, you can cheat a little bit again with your hands behind. That's gonna help you to be a bit more upright as you do that movement, which will only get better by repeating and doing it again and again. Yeah. But it's amazing how these exercises can improve a lot posture, flexibility, balance, and control of your body. Right, we're gonna go for a few more. So from here, we get into the bridge. So hands on the side, but we get into a full bridge. The idea is to fully extend your hips all the way up, getting a nice contraction of your glutes, and try to pull your shoulders back, open the chest in a way that you are also contracting the scapulas at the back. So maintaining the tension up for a few seconds, then you're gonna sit back down. You can sit or you can try staying off, just so you stay a bit more active, pushing the floor, and then from there create traction from your heels and then push to come up. Squeeze your glutes, your scapulas together. Right, we go for a few of those at your own pace. I'll show you from the side. Here, same thing. Traction, contraction, bring the scapulas together, look up. Breathe in whichever way feels natural, but don't stop without a good deep breath in and full exhale. If you find this one too hard on the shoulders, you can also do it from here. So we just focus on the hips, coming up, full extension, holding, and then controlling the way back. Right, next one. We're gonna get into a squat. Right, the idea is to get as deep as you can into a squat, but making sure that your heels are on the floor all the time. So perhaps you're able to go all the way down, and if not, go a little bit higher up and build your way down from here. So you go toes pointing out, knees following that alignment, your back as straight as you can. And then from there we can do a couple of things. So instead of just statically holding the squat, we're gonna mobilize side to side. We keep maintaining your heels on the floor, side to side. You can also do some rotations from here. So rotate to look up. So this elbows is pushing the knee out and it's helping me to also optimize that rotation. And we go alternating sides. Excellent. Excellent. After about 10 of those, we can get your hands up as straight as you can, and then very, very slowly, we're gonna come up from the squat. Right, we are ready to go now.